All right, everyone, we're gonna head into our workshop right there, check out the progress on the dining chairs. We've been working on 6 kind of sculpted walnut Maloof style dining chairs with stunning, beautiful quilted maple back supports. We're gonna then head up to the sawmill, see what's going on there. We're cutting some big walnut on our big custom cut sawmill, and we had a huge customer log come in, so you gotta stay to the end of the video to check that out. I need to shave, let's get on with it. These are the Maloof style dining chairs that I do. I learned from Hal Taylor from a book and a video, a very large book and a very long video on how to make his kind of style of a sculpted rocking chair. And from there I took his techniques, also watched as much stuff as I could from Sam Maloof, and then I kind of mixed the two styles together. So we have bent laminated, quilted, maple. It's going to be stunning. Here, I can put that back. Sorry. Look at this. I'm screwing things up here. Oh, I don't know. Maybe they're out of order. But I got numbers on everything. I got arrows on everything telling me where to go. So we're pretty far along on this. I'm hoping for delivery in about 2 weeks on these chairs. We're cutting the tops of the back supports now. All the fabrication of this is done. I got to get this glued on still and sculpted. This is still, this is going to get blended in here. Big round going on the back support of the crest rail, I believe you want to call it that. So these chairs, they're moving along really nicely. We got this kitchen island countertop. Tyler that you see over there at the table saw, he did his high school co-op here, and we hired him for the summer. And this is, we're actually doing this for his teacher. So thank you very much, Darren. We appreciate the work. Then we have this 11-foot long ash book match tabletop. Stunning grain patterns, like, oh boy, oh baby. Check that out, how nice is that? Oh, that's super nice. So we have 2 leaves. This one's turned around right now. We're doing a little bit of epoxy fill. This is actually pretty darn clean ash. We don't have too much to fill. Bit of like a straight line going on there. See it drinking it up. Epoxy's the thing, you got to babysit it. You have to continually kind of like scraping the epoxy into there. But overall, really happy with how this table's coming together. We do C-channels just under here. So we have a piece in the end of the table, a piece in the leaf to help keep things flat. And then we flip 2 around like that. You bolt your channel to the table there and there, put your leaf on, bolt your leaf on. It's very simple, inexpensive. You don't see any hardware. Fairly easy for the client to store in their closet somewhere away from the table. So we're doing well. Things are moving along with this table. We got to work on the base now. It's a solid wood base. Again, this is a fantastic customer. They knew exactly what they wanted. And, I give them some suggestions here or there. But overall, fantastic clients. Of course, without our clients, we wouldn't be building any furniture, and we'd be out of business living on the street. So thank you very much. We're just using a tenoning jig over there to give us the first straight of the back support. So we got her all set up, and all we got to do is put the top of the back support flat on the tabletop and give it 2 cuts. Push it through, turn it around, push it through, good to go. You're left with a tenon just like that. This sweet little piece of equipment. We're not like a huge giant shop, so it's really hard to have a forklift in here taking up space and stuff like that. This is like called a stacker, power stacker or something like that. It's been a little bit of a game changer already to be able to lift slabs, and we can stack bools on top of each other, packs of lumber on top of each other. So sweet little units, very compact. We were just cleaning it out, checking the charger, making sure the voltage was all proper. But yeah, this is a cool little piece of machinery that we just got. It's just got an up-down here, so you can raise it, just like that. And then down, it just like releases the solenoid. Oh, I'm breaking things, folks. Oh man, get this out of here. Come on. Try that again. Make it go down. Okay, we're going down. So yeah, sweet little machine. Good little barn find. Oh, and see over there? That is a big walnut log. I'll show you that later. Oh man, he already got this thing cut and stickered. How lovely. Okay, this was a log that we got just recently from a local arborist. and we take photographs of everything here. We got the board foot measurement on there, the widths, the lengths, the thicknesses. This was a really pretty slow growing walnut tree. You can see this is tight rings for a walnut. Okay, we got a little bit left on the sawmill still. Really nice clean log, had a little metal in it, but we got through it. Really nice, well cut, nice and flat. We got our sawmill dialed in these days. She's really doing a fantastic job. Having this telehandler here, really nice, booming in, booming out. We're able to, one guy can like sawmill this log, basically grab this log, sawmill it, sticker it, move on to the next. Love it. Speaking of the next one, let me show you. All right, over here, this is a new drying rack, but we have it loaded up. 3 bools deep, pretty huge maples here in the back. These are all walnut. We got lots of walnut slabs right now in inventory, air drying. Of course, if you're interested in something, please let us know. We ship all over North America. And this is the next log up from that tree. It was a crane removal, and there's obviously a maximum weight. So that one there got cut that short because of the weight, and then we got these 2 logs. These ones are decent. These are like 9-footers, but very look at the color on this stuff. It's beautiful. But you know what? I actually lied to you. These aren't the next logs getting cut up. We had a customer contact us today, literally, and he cut a tree down. We're gonna cut it into slabs for him. Let's go check out that log. Okay, boys and girls, she's a beauty. I actually wish we bought this log, but we did not. We're just gonna be sawmilling it for, it's an arborist that took it down. Obviously he knows the value. We actually haven't sawmilled, but we dried lumber for him before. This shows you that there is definitely gonna be some metal in there, unfortunately. Fairly large flare, but it pretty much retains that girth almost the whole way. Let's get to the other side here. It looks solid too, like solid. So that is a beauty. We're gonna slice that up for our customer at 12/4, get it stickered, have it here for a minimum a year before it heads into our kiln. Depending on how wide it is up here, the max we can do is 60, and this is pushing it, I think, up here for the vacuum kiln, so might have to get into the conventional kiln. Whew. She's a beaut, Clark. Well, if you saw one of my last updates, I'm kind of doing a bit more of a vlog style update on what's going on around here. It's a little bit easier for me to get some videos up for you guys. I appreciate everyone that's watching, appreciate all the comments. Like I was saying, if you saw one of the last kind of update vlogs, I had mentioned I started growing hops. I'm pretty proud of how things are doing. I did visit some local hop fields that are like, you know, they've been there for many years, and it's quite the difference. This is just first year, but really happy with how things are going. Well, thanks for watching the video. A little update on what's going on around here. Till next time.